Subscribe now. EU Debates.
I'm not in the business of commenting on experts' analyses of plans. We had a very extensive technical briefing here in this press room where we explained to you all of the assumptions on which we have based our scenarios and the different levels of savings that would be necessary depending on which of these assumptions turn out to be true. I'm not going to do that technical briefing again on the record. We had an off-the-record technical briefing on this, but the information is there at your disposal. What I would say is that what is absolutely clear is that you only have 3 member states that have automatic exemptions, right? The 3 island member states that have no interconnections. Then there are a certain number of criteria which can lead, or give ground to member states, rather, to request a derogation. So we first have to see whether member states then actually do this or not, and whether the claims that are made are justified, whether these exemptions therefore then come into force, okay? So it's not a sort of automatic process with a sort of table where you can say, this is exactly what is going to happen. Then on your last question, we will have to see whether more needs to be done or less needs to be done. As I was saying at the beginning, it depends on the assumptions. But the key critical point is the fact that in the regulation, you have a whole governance system that has been put in place, right? Where in the context of the Gas Coordination Committee, member states come together and discuss their needs, the gaps that they have, the support that they would request, etc., etc. Now, as you can imagine, this is precisely the sort of mechanism that will be very helpful to ascertain what is the right response in terms of level of savings to be made or in terms of support to be provided, depending on how circumstances unfold next winter. So what I'm trying to say is, it would be completely unrealistic and foolish to sort of think that we have a sort of set plan that is on rails and that will be rolled out exactly when we know that the circumstances are going to change, which is precisely why you have conditions which have been put in order to request exemptions and why we have a governance framework that brings member states together to discuss the issues. So we're hopeful, we're actually very confident that the system in place will allow Europe to adapt its response depending on the circumstances. One thing is absolutely clear, it's not easy. It's not easy, everybody recognizes this. And it's precisely because everybody recognizes that it's not easy that they have come together so quickly on a system. And then we'll have to see how it pans out.